Um, I want to first say I am Jante Mitchell. I am the owner and the CEO of Be Inspired and Grow Incorporated. I also manage Rose of Sharon Hibiscus Tea. I am very, very passionate about what I do because when I was a young girl, I always desired to be my own boss. I, saw people doing it and I'm like, ooh, this looks really, really interesting. I remember a coach. He came to our school when I was in elementary and he began to encourage us. He used to tell us, inspiring words, and he came quite a number of times. And every time I would see him, it inspired me to one day do what he was doing. And he just basically told us things about his life, how he overcame different issues in his life, and how we could do the same thing. And so as I watched him, I said, I think this is something that I want to do. But life happened and my path began to change. But that was always something embedded, down in me, to be a light for somebody, a hope for somebody, an encouragement to somebody, to show them that just because life has beat you down, you don't have to stay there. And so I began to see that I could do that through entrepreneurship. But entrepreneurship, let's say that it's not always easy. I believe that journey of entrepreneurship takes you on a journey. A lot of things that you think you know about yourself, you realize through entrepreneurship that, you don't really have it all figured out, I guess you could say. Entrepreneurship has taught me that I'm not as patient as I thought I was. I thought, okay, I go to work, I can do this job here, and if I can do that job there, then surely I can do it on my own. Well, entrepreneurship has taught me that there are things that you have to manage about yourself before you can be a good manager of something else. I used to always say that a good leader is also a good follower. And that rings true. Because if you can't follow somebody, if you can't follow their instruction, if you can't follow them to even learn, the things to do and the things not to do, how are you going to become an effective leader? And so I've learned that even working a regular 9-to-5 job and then working in my own business, man, there's some things that we have to think about, in a sense of you can't go to your 9-to-5 and disrespect your boss, not do what they ask you to do there, but then when you become a boss, everybody's supposed to listen to you. Everybody's supposed to follow what you say. Well, that's one of the things that I had to learn. Even when it comes to time management, being on time for work. These are little things, and I'm a Christian entrepreneur, so when I look at these things, I realize that the Bible teaches us how to be good stewards. Good stewards over our money, good stewards over our time, and even other people's time. And so I realized that, man, I thought I was doing it right, but I really wasn't. You get up and you go to work late. Not saying that I did, but you get up and you go to work late. But then when you have a business, you want your employees to be on time. If you want them to be on time, it first starts with you. You have to manage you well. And we hear people say that, but we don't really understand. And I believe that's where Be Inspired and Grow comes in, because I thought about this. It's one thing to be inspired, People inspire you. The things that they do inspire you. But what are you doing with that information? What are you doing with the things that they've shown you? Are you growing from it? Or are you just being a hearer of what they said, being a seer of what they did, but not applying that thing to your everyday life? I'm telling you, it is very, very vital. I wrote something today that says, about managing yourself before you can manage other people. It's very vital. It's vital to your business. It's vital to your life, because who wants to follow somebody that does not have integrity, And so those were some of the things that I had to learn, that, wait a minute, you're an entrepreneur now. That means the spotlight is on you. Okay, you can't just go to work and hide and just do minimal. No, now the spotlight is shining on you. So now everybody can see, are you who you portray yourself to be? Those are some of the lessons that I have learned and am still learning. Every day we should learn, we should grow. Every day we should see something that motivates us, not to just say, oh, that was good. Oh, that was a great lesson. But you don't take that lesson and apply it to your everyday life. So my vision was to inspire. Now, I heard somebody say this the other day, and they were talking about how God will give you a vision, and that vision is the end of the thing. Okay, I see where I want to be. Yes. But how do I get where I want to be? Okay. The process. He doesn't show you the process. He doesn't show you what you have to go through, what you have to lose, what you have to give up, what you have to tear down, even within yourself. This is about self-awareness, okay? Entrepreneurship will show you who you really, really are. And I'm grateful for that, because you can't elevate without getting rid of some things. Or sure, you can elevate, but when you elevate, what's going to happen when you get up there and then people start realizing, oh, they're not so nice. Oh, their attitude stinks. Well, I don't want to do business with somebody that acts like that. Somebody that, doesn't know how to handle the people that come to patronize them. I don't want to deal with somebody like that. So in entrepreneurship, we are being self-aware daily. It's a daily, thing to say, okay, let me wake up today, and who am I going to be today? Am I going to be better, or am I going to be the same person? So I think that this is a journey that you have to take serious, being an entrepreneur. It's a journey that is something that you're going to go through every day. Every day you should be learning something more about who you are, and something more that you need to take away and discard. It's almost like an onion, peeling the layers of an onion. One layer comes off, and then you have another layer, until you have no more layers, until you kind of work through everything that, you've dealt with, or every issue, even in entrepreneurship, there's trauma that we must deal with in order to be successful. Just like I said, you don't want to go into this field, go into this thing, because there are going to be risks that you're taking. You're taking risks. You're hoping and wishing that somebody comes and patronizes you, that somebody sees the value in what you offer. Those are risks. So why take those risks if you're not ready to do the work? It's time for us to do the work, guys, so that we can be successful entrepreneurs. So I know I've said a lot. If there is anybody on that may have some questions that they may want to ask me, you can go ahead right now. Hopefully I kind of shared some things that will help you in your journey of being an entrepreneur. Even your journey, if you don't want to have your own business, your journey on your job, to realize that, I may not be the best employee. I need to be a better employee. I need to be a better boss. So Is there anybody that may have any questions? Let's see. I don't see any questions right now. Well, if nobody has any questions, I want to thank you for the opportunity to just share some of my lessons with you guys. Thank you to Danielle. I appreciate that. You allowed me to come and speak to the people about entrepreneurship. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them down there and we'll get to them later. Thank you. Have a great day.